Guys and girls, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Kingy2012, and today we're going to be reviewing Tiny Tina's Wonderland. Now, if you are subscribed over to what was the Play Fight channel, is now the Essex Wolves YouTube channel, then you will remember that in our video where we talked about our upcoming games that we're looking forward to, this was on my list. I finally got my hands on it. Why would you do that? I finally got my hands on it. Let's give it a review.
First off, the graphics on this game just look amazing. Now, I know that this footage probably isn't doing it much justice because I'm actually using a old capture card, so it's not quite up to today's HD standards. But honestly, just trust my word for it. The graphics are absolutely incredible. The comedic value from the Borderlands series, and of course from the DLC that this game is actually based on, is there from the very start, and it's just brilliant as usual. Like, it's so, I don't know, it's what I'd describe as like casual comedy. They're not trying too hard to make the joke, but they can just make jokes out of little things, and yeah, I really enjoy it. You know, it's my kind of comedy. And it's what makes the Borderlands series and this game. It's what makes it. And yeah, it's just fantastic. It's present from the very start. And yeah, it's definitely like what makes the game as good as it is. Queen Butt Stallion rules. Yeah, I don't really have much else to say about that point. It's just, yeah. Again, it's another key feature from the DLC that the game is based on that they've carried over, and I'm glad they have. And yeah, Queen Butt Stallion is just brilliant. Next point. The character customization options are brilliant. You know, there's so many and they're very in-depth as well. I thought it was just at the beginning of the game where you actually make your character, but there's a part where you go through the portal, and there's a part where you can decide to re-customize your character, and there's probably more of that as you go through the game. But yeah, the customization options are brilliant. There's so many. They're really in depth, and yeah, you can make whatever character you want. Now, I kind of tried to base mine on a comical version of myself, which I don't know, I probably failed at that. But yeah, I think the customization options are brilliant, and I think more games could take this on board. The story itself is very addictive. I only recorded an hour's worth of gameplay just so I could get this review done, and I've got enough gameplay to kind of go through and clip what I need to. But the hour went so quick, man, and the game's really good, the story's really good, and I'm looking forward to playing more of the game, playing through more of the game, and seeing just how the story unfolds. I probably should have said at the beginning of this review that I'm playing the PS5 version, and so this point is only really for the PS5, but I love how the game makes a really great use of the triggers on the PS5 controller. You know, they've got that reactive feature on the triggers. And yeah, the game makes a really good use of them, so fair play, well done Gearbox. Like I said, I only recorded an hour's worth of gameplay, but that hour was full of action. You know, there's games like this where you could be travelling about, like walking about, and it is just that. But not here. You know, the entire hour was full of action. The parts where you're walking, you've got enemies that you need to kill, or you know, you could ignore them, but the enemies are there. You know, you've got that option to interact with them. And yeah, this whole hour was just full of action. There wasn't a single part where I was traveling, and you go through that tedious traveling stage. You know, Red Dead Redemption 2, I'm looking straight at you when you're riding the horse. That can get boring as hell. Not here though, there's none of that here. You travel, and yeah, there's still action going on. So this last point wasn't actually on my list as I was going through playing the game and making notes of what I wanted to say in this video. But the game that you're seeing me play, Tiny Tina's Wonderland, was created mostly from the developers' homes. which I can only imagine how difficult that is. So big shout out to the team over at Gearbox and the team that worked on the Tiny Tina's Wonderland game. I can only imagine how difficult it was to have to work on this game from home, you know, solo, and kind of like I've never developed a game. I think that's quite clear, but the team that worked on this game are obviously used to working in a team. They see all their team on the daily, and now they've had to create this game from home. But you can't tell. You know, this game to me is an absolute masterpiece. So big shout out to the team at Gearbox, and do yourself a favour, go and pick up this game. This game is brilliant. I highly recommend it. And yeah, what a game, and what an effort by the Gearbox team.
And that's the video. That is my thoughts on Tiny Tina's Wonderland. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, and your thoughts on the video. Of course, drop them in. If you enjoyed the video, click that thumbs up button and subscribe with notifications on so you don't miss out on any of this fresh content. Until then, I've been King of 2012. You've all been beautiful, and I'll see you all soon. Peace!